Today we're going to talk about raids. It's going to be a one-on-one video in two parts. Part one is this video where we're going to talk about the basics of the raids, and part two is going to be about free to play against pay to play. We're going to pay more attention about the raid passes, how to get more out of it, and a lot of extra information, so check that out also as well after this video. So as you look outside right now, you can see the gyms. Above those gyms there will be spawning eggs frequently, randomly. There is no logic in it, just suddenly there will be an egg. Above the egg there will be a timer. It will start with 2 hours and count down to 0. When the egg comes down to 0, it will spawn a raid boss. This raid boss can have 4 different levels at the moment. Level 1 and level 2 have the pink color, and level 3 and level 4 has the yellow color. I doubt that this will be the same in the future, because I think they will change the colors eventually, so every level has a new. So every single level egg has a certain Pokemon in it. At the moment, what we know of is in level 1 we've got Magikarp, Bayleaf, Quilava and Croconaw. So for level 2 we've got Mach, Executor, Weezing, Electabuzz and Magmar. For level 3 we've got Arcanine, Alakazam, Machamp, Gengar, Vaporeon, Jolteon and Flareon. The level 4 is Venusaur, Charizard, Rhydon, Lapras, Snorlax, Tyranitar, and of course Blastoise. So when you see that egg hatch into one of the certain Pokemon, you will need to walk towards her if you're not already there. There you will spin the Pokédisc at the gym, and there you will get a free raid pass. Note, every day you can get a raid pass. So if you get the raid pass today and you don't use it today, but you use that raid pass the day after, so tomorrow, you will still get a new raid pass the day after, but they don't stack. So if you have one today, you don't use it today, you spin tomorrow, you won't get a raid pass if you don't use it, and the day after you will have lost one raid pass. So take note, every single day one raid pass is free for you. So when you're going into that raid and suddenly you realize you don't have the good Pokemon, or your team members leave, or you can't finish it for somehow, then you can still try again. You won't lose your raid pass immediately if you lose one raid. But the moment the timer is up, or the moment you decide to go away, to back down a raid and you go away into another place, you lose your raid pass. You don't get it back even though you didn't finish it, even though you failed. For a level 1 raid, I recommend 1 to 2 people. It's pretty easy to do it alone, but if you're really low level, then it's nice to have a backup with a friend, but you can do it solo. It's not that hard. For a level 2 raid, you can still do it solo, but now you need to take into account that you're going to use type advantages. So when you're fighting against a Flareon, then you need water type damage Pokemon to defeat it. It's still easy to do, but I recommend 1 to 2 people again. For a level 3, still you can do it alone, but it's going to be hard, and you need to know what you're doing. You need to know what kind of types you need to defeat that Pokemon. Otherwise, I recommend 1 to 3 people. A level 4 raid is going to be a lot different. You can't do it alone. At least I haven't seen anyone doing it alone. I haven't seen 2 people doing it. The least I've seen it was 5, but maybe you can do it with 4, but I recommend 6 to 7 people at least with type advantages. And if you don't use type advantages, you need to have at least 10 people going around that raid. So take that into notice, that you need a lot of people for a level 4. If you do it alone, you will lose your raid pass, and you will feel. So when you defeat the raid, you will get some rewards for it. But the beauty thing about it is that you also get the chance to capture the Pokemon. So let's say you're having a level 1 against a Bayleaf, you win the level 1 raid, you get a chance to capture Bayleaf. If you want to do a level 4 and you go up against a Tyranitar, you win, you will get the chance to capture a Tyranitar. The only thing is you can't use your own balls, you need Premier Balls. The Premier Balls are something you get from the raid. So when you defeat the raid, you will get an X amount of Premier Balls. The Premier Balls are not for keeping, so when you use one, you will lose the other ones. When you lose 10 and you have 4 remaining, then you will lose the remaining 4. The amount of Premier Balls are determined by the amount of damage you do to the Pokemon team members. If your team does the most damage, you will get some extra Pokeballs, Premier Balls. Nice. Beside that, you can also use, of course, berries. If you want to use a pineapple, a raspberry or a nanaberry, you're free to use those. But of course you also get rewards prior to capturing the Pokemon. Golden raspberries are pretty much the same as normal raspberries, only you get the chance to catch the Pokemon even higher than with a normal. So you get also other rewards. Mostly you will get revived TMs. You can change your attacks on Pokemon. Note that you won't get every reward, but you get a few of them, and sometimes you will get TMs, sometimes you won't. And of course the last reward you will get is rare candy. Rare candy is simply candy that you can put on a Pokemon randomly. So a rare candy, you can use it on a Dragonite and you will get Dratini candy. But you can also use it on Blissey and you will get Chansey candy. So when you're defeating a level 1 raid, you will get less rewards than when you're going up against a level 4. For example, you will get 1 rare candy and 1 golden raspberry and 2 revives from a level 1 raid, while the same rewards will be quadrupled when you're going against level 4, or maybe even more than that. So when you defeated the raid boss and you're starting to capture the Pokemon, you will notice that the CP has dropped significantly. It's a level 20 Pokemon, otherwise a level 40,000 CP Pokemon would be not a good thing in gyms. So a level 20 with a higher chance of IV. So now you've captured your Pokemon, you've got your rewards. You notice that you will get the amount of candy that you would normally get at the moment you capture the Pokemon in the wild. So that's just the normal thing. You've captured it, and now you've got the choice to buy some raid passes in the shop and go again. Another raid, of course, you can't do the same. Or maybe you need to wait till the next day and then you can join into a raid. So this is basically the basics about raids. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was clear for you. I hope that you understand. So go out and play the raids. They're really fun. Even though I've got my own opinion about it. If you want to know that opinion, then you need to watch the next video, part 2 about 101 with raids. See you later.